60 million acre feet dumps into the Mississippi River. You know, we drill for gas in the Permian Basin in Texas, and we use it in our homes in New Hampshire, right, for heating. So why are we dumping that into the Gulf? Let's use it out here. 3 pipelines coming across the northern plains. Each one's about $25 billion. Hell, they spent that today in Washington, right? And guys, the real stuff. I've talked to the Bureau of Land and Reclamation. The guy that in charge of this project used to work for me 20 years ago on a big coal plant down in Georgia. We can get that stuff done. Oh, Jim, that'll never happen. Watch, okay? Watch. By God, this is America, and we do big stuff. Let's get back to doing it. Military, we need a lethal military that's engaged every day in understanding how to deter anyone from threatening you or your kids or mine. Not sitting up, how can they be more woke, more CRT, or more other crap, okay? These, we got a whole bunch of polluted generals that got to go home. They got to get retired. This is just a bunch of BS, right? That's not what they're there for. That's not what they get paid to do. Everybody's got to kind of get back to what they're paid to do. Like as a linebacker, you know, with football, I don't get to decide what strong safety is. That's his job. Your job in the military is to protect this country. Sorry, I get a little passionate. Communist China. When I was in the military, we called the Soviet Union the enemy. Somehow, some way, so Communist China has bought off so many politicians and so many of the media. They got a head screwed on wrong. They are not our friends. And they got to get out of our universities. They got to get out of our stock market. They got to go home and do their own thing. We'll see how long they survive over there trying to control 1.6 billion with a Communist Chinese party that's 98 million when they don't get to pull money out of this country in technology, okay? Because there's only 98 million controlling Communist Chinese party. I'm not against Chinese people. It's Communist Chinese party. So we got to start treating them that way. Forest management, straightforward. There is absolutely no common sense reason why we need to go to Washington, D.C. to ask somebody why do we need permission to clean up our forest in Arizona? None. Zero. We know how to do it. Leave us alone. We love national forests, but we're going to do our work here. Clean them up so we stop these forest fires and add on a couple of biomass plants. We got one up in Overguard. It works great. Cleans up 15,000 acres a year. Forest fires we don't have impact there. Those kind of things. And the other one is 15 miles outside of Nogales and meeting with the guys and the business leaders down there, the people on the ground. There's 8,000 jobs at about $80,000 starting, ready to start with a permit to open up one of the largest sources of manganese in the country that strengthens steel. Right now we import 100% from China. We have 50% of the world's supply sitting in the Gulf. So by God, folks, common sense is going to rule. EPA is not going to rule. I've dealt with these guys all my life, We know the rules. You got the rules set. The American people approved them in the legislature. You don't get to interpret them. They're written on the paper. No company in this country can get financing without complying with the rules. We don't need you to interpret them. We don't need you to review them endlessly. We're going to go mine our copper. We're going to mine our manganese. We're going to find and mine our lithium and our rare earth materials because they're so tied in to the socialist Marxist agenda that China loves it that we import theirs and not ours. That's going to stop, and stop real quick. So guys, I just want to close by, again, thanking you for coming. Do not, please, not get involved more than you got to get involved. There's only 379 days left to do it. Every day, please, think about who you're going to vote for, and I hope it's me because I will fight for you. I am not taking lobbyist dollars. I am not taking a pension. I'm going to donate my salary here. Like I said, I'm putting a small fortune in. I will not fund this whole operation, but I'll fund a lot of it. I need your help, and I need everybody you know in this state and this country. The max is $5,800 per person. Start next week and put in what you can. Get involved in volunteers. I am blessed with an amazing volunteer group. Average age about 42, and 80% are female. That does not sound like to me suburban moms that are peed off at the Republic. I think we are onto something here, that we're going to take back this country. And there's a reason why the Border Patrol, the Arizona Police Association, all 50 agencies, the largest 50, never have been unanimous before. They're unanimous now. Guys, they're scared. We should be, because we have let this go too long. We're standing up. Arizona's a leader, right? Nobody else is doing the audit like we did. None of my Republican opponents support it like I have. And I'm not letting it die. I'm going after the legislature. I've already told 3 Republicans I'm going to support their primary opponents because they have waffled against the audit lately, and they voted against the kids for school choice.
Yeah.
So let me open up with that, guys. I'm your strength. I want to be that guy who goes after protection of our own people, our citizens. Closes that border, gets law enforcement back engaged in this country, get the federal government off of our shoulders, and start getting things done again like Americans. Water, copper, etc. Hold me accountable. I'm not going there to play cutesy, I'm telling you guys. Don't vote for me and don't support me if you don't want hardcore work. I love Martha McSally, supported her, but I'm going to be tough on that guy, because that guy's evil. Questions, please.
Jim, I asked them to fill out cards. Do you have the card that you filled out?
Yes.
No.
No, he just got it.
Go ahead, I'll repeat it.
Just name the guys you're not supporting. Can you do that for us? You said there were some Republicans you were not going to support their primaries. Can you share those names with us, please? 'Cause we don't want to support them either.
Sure. Let me send that to your LD leader, or your club leader. Okay. Yeah, the question was, who are those 3 that we're primarying? Okay, and one of them's already stepped out already. John Joel is one, for example. Great guy, love him to death, but he voted the wrong way. Yes, sir.
What's your position on climate control?
Great question. Love that one. Can we get him a beer? Because I get accused of this thing about, oh, Lamon, you're over in solar, so therefore you're a leftist and blah, blah, blah. Okay, here's the real deal is that I came from coal and gas. I started off after the military as a site engineer in a company building coal plants. I worked my tail off and I rose from site engineer to president. And then we worked our tails off and we went from number 200 to number 2 in the country. Only behind Bechtel is the largest builder of supercritical gas-fired plant, the whole thing on the fossil side. When Obama got elected, no more coal permits. I took that team, which is strong, big-time utility, big, strong engineering construction guys, and moved them over, and ladies. And today, like I said, we're one of the fastest growing private energy. We're $1 billion company today. We're founded right here in Arizona. And yeah, we do solar, the big utility scale stuff. And we have driven the cost down. We said from day one, we do not want to be on subsidies. As soon as we get off, we want it off. So today, large part through my team, solar today, big utility scale solar, is at 2.5 cents kilowatt hour, all built, all in, financed, built, operated, maintained. Gas is 5 cents, coal is 12, and nuclear is 23. Your grid is changing very rapidly to utility scale solar, the big stuff, and gas fired. There is absolutely no reason for the federal government to come in and do one thing more. Commercially, we're already off and running. Leave it alone. The only way you can screw this up right now would be for Green New Deal and things like that. Stay out of it. So from a climate change standpoint, of course the climate is changing. I think we got a Grand Canyon out there to prove it, right? All the ice age melted, caused a big old ditch. Beautiful, gorgeous ditch. It's always changing. Are we contributing? Some, sure. I mean, we can't not, with all the CO2 that we put in the air. But by golly, China is doing it 3x worse for every product that we do. So if you're, quote, environmentalist, start getting behind bringing manufacturing back to America.
Absolutely.
This is the cleanest place on the planet to do it. And also, the work safety standards were better, wages are better, so I'm all in, and you'll see it on the website. In my company, as I said earlier, we buy American first. 75% of every dollar stays here, the other 25 Canada. Mexico, Europe, South Korea. But it's all about control, you know, climate change, mass mandates. They just want to control us. The globalist, that's why the border's open. As soon as Soros can get his dirty lands, or Bill Gates and those guys, they want to rule the world. They got a surprise coming. If they ever did, Communist Chinese Party will whack them in about 5 minutes. Then they're going to